Good morning, folks. It's another beautiful day in Texas. Um, Today I'm a little bit more mellow, a little less coffee. Yesterday I was a little bit froggy, but this was in one of them moods. I mean, sometimes shit just starts pissing me off. And I need people to understand that. You know, I get frustrated when I see all these people talking about how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that, and they don't even practice what they preach. It's just frustrating. So a lot of times on this channel, it's Tejas Fight Science. So it's all about science, it's all about training, it's all about education. So when I provide the drills and I provide the things that I show you guys on here, I want you to just have the ability to express yourself. Take what I do, modify it for yourself. Try and find the best ways you can make it work for you. What I want you to get is the overall concept, the overall understanding that you're responsible for your own protection. Okay, nobody's going to come magically save you. So, vital things. Take care of yourself. Try to eat okay. Don't drink a gallon of whiskey a night. You know, uh, Work out, train. I know about all these things. I lived completely wrong for a long time. I took care of myself in a very shitty way. I let myself get fat. I drank too much. I ate shit food. I didn't sleep right. And I thought I was bulletproof and I could take care of everything. I looked in the mirror one day and I went, "Holy Christ, dude, you are you're, you're out of control, man. Get your shit together." And that's been my mission ever since. And now it's just a matter of living right. I don't try to do anything special. I just try to live right. I understand that. You know, uh, I'm getting older, and if I want to maintain the lifestyle that I enjoy, I got to take care of myself. And taking care of yourself is, beyond that. You have to understand what to do to take care of yourself if you ever have to in a situation. Education also comes in terms of, research things, read some books, watch some good videos. Don't just watch a bunch of bullshit. Get off the porn, get on to educational stuff. Start learning about things that you can do to better yourself. Learn about income. Learn about what's going on around you. Right now, this world is nuts. Okay, get in and research some. There's people out there that are providing information to what's going on behind the scenes. You're not going to catch this on Channel 7. It's just not going to happen. It's not in their best interest to tell you the truth. I'm sorry. Call me a crazy man, call me a conspiracy theorist, call me what you will. But when a potential or a thing that's considered a conspiracy comes true, it's no longer a conspiracy. Now it's the truth. Right? When something happens, it's no longer a theory. You see things happening. If you'll open your mind and if you'll put on a set of balls in your big boy pants, you'll realize there's some bad shit going on. So pay attention, learn things. Just some good YouTube channels you can go to. You know, Former professional boxer, David Nino Rodriguez. Look him up on YouTube, David Nino. He's going to shoot straight to you. He's going to tell you the truth. Michael Jaco, he gets out there on a couple of different tangents as far as certain things are, but as far as what's going on behind the scenes in the U.S. and around the world, he's got some good intel. He knows what's going on. Research. Don't just look at two. There's Charlie Ward on the financial system, Simon Parks on the spiritual systems, and these are just a few. Once you start listening to a few of these people, you're going to start finding references to others, and you're gonna, if you do the research, seek and ye shall find, right? You go out and you look around, you're going to find more things. And if you look at it with a logical brain, not a victim mentality or a fear mentality, but just gather the intel, gather the information, you're going to learn a lot, okay? Other things, go out and get some resources. There's always people talking about, what's the best martial art to train in and blah, blah, blah. That is probably something that could be considered, if you've got some skill level and you've got some time under your belt, in terms of training. You may have a specialty you're looking for, who's better at edged weapons, or who is a good resource. Better is kind of relative, right? But who is a good resource for your edged weapons? Who is a good resource for impact weapons, firearms, and all those types of things? You need to research that if you're in that position. Some people that are brand new to martial arts and have never trained, You know, I get questions too, like what art should I train in? What style? Blah blah blah. It's kind of irrelevant if you've never trained, right? Get into something. Now, it's almost like any of these weapons I'm going to show you here in a minute. The best weapon out of this group is the one I'm going to carry. So the best martial arts training or the best school you can go to at the time is the one you're going to attend. So go look at a few that are near to you, because that's a very important thing. We're all cognizant and concerned with our time, our money, all that. So find one that is close to you. Find one that you enjoy the people training in there. That's utmost. Regardless of what you're doing, the people have to be good. You know, it could be great content being taught by assholes, and it's no good for you. Or it could be substandard skills. You know, you can sell a $5 skill for $10. That's no good either, right? You have to find something that fits your budget, fits your free time. You know, fits your ability, and it's something you enjoy doing. Just start there. You know, later on, once you've got some skill, got some understanding, do your research, look around, you will gravitate to what you like and what is best for you. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to break down some of these easily carried. I was going to call this EDC, kind of got off on a tangent, but I think that's more important because, again, this is about education. So you need to educate yourself about the issues around you. You know, going back to our old thing we call AAA mindset, awareness, avoidance, and action. All right? If you are not aware of what's happening in your neighborhoods, in the political scene, even if you're not a politician or you could care less about politicians and you hate politics, you got to know what's going on because it affects you. Okay? Same thing as anything else. I do not ever want to get in the fight again. You know, I mean, it's not something that you glorify. You know, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I don't care anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. But if I get put in a position where I need to, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it well. I'm going to do it quick to the best of my ability, and God bless me, I'm able to get home safely. You know, it's not something you should strive to do, but something you should be capable of doing. All right? Fighting back, not just in a physical way. You know, so you have to be aware. You have to be aware of the threats that are around you from a physical perspective, but also be aware of the threats that are around you that you can't see. You know, there's so much going on right now. I'm not going to get into it. Do some research, look up some of the names I talked to you about. You'll learn a whole lot more. So this was going to be, like I said, going to be an EDC video, but you know, it will be. We're going to that now. So in Tejas Fight Science, the 3 arenas that we look at trying to be really, you know, competent in are impact weapons, edged weapons, firearms, and unarmed combatives, right? I hate to use the word combatives because sometimes it's been overused, but basically having skills in unarmed fighting or unarmed self-defense or unarmed whatever you want to call it. I don't have any weapons. I need to go physical with what I have. Impact weapons, whether it be designated for the purpose or it be a impromptu or unconventional, or what am I looking about? Improvised, right? That goes the same for edged weapons, projectile weapons. That could be throwing a rock, all the way from throwing a rock to shooting a 338 Lapua at 1,000 yards. All that stuff has to be taken into consideration because we don't know what arena we're going to be in. And honestly, I'm probably going to be throwing a rock before I'm shooting a 338 because, you know, if it happened today and somebody came charging at me from across the street, I'm going to pick up one of these impact weapons and crack the shit out of them. I'm not going to have the ability to find the ideal weapon I want. So understanding improvised weapons is paramount. All right, so let's get on to some of the stuff we've got. We're going to talk again. We talk about unarmed skills a lot. If you want unarmed skills, go back to the videos, take a look and see what we offer. I offer you a ton of drills. There's a lot of good people we're affiliated with. Look at all the Hawk stuff, you know, Hawkheim, www.forcenecessary.com. I mean, you can't get better than what that guy offers. That's where I go. So if you know, have any respect for what I say, then that's the guys, you know, you'd want to train with the guys that I train with. You know, my core art was Kaiju Kembo. I'm big into Filipino martial arts. Those were my esoteric kind of pursuits, but in terms of overall understanding of fighting and self-defense, you know, you can't get better than Hawk. Some of the better knife and impact weapon courses I've seen is my friend from Croatia, Marko Novakovic. He's got great weapons, go to Ronin Combatives on Facebook, and you'll work your way to those courses. Incredible courses, simple, short, to the sweet, good drills, functional. That's what you need. You don't need something that's going to have 10,000 techniques that you can't use. That's why I'm a big advocate of short and sweet. Give me a few things that I can use and functionalize and pull off in a combat situation. Once I have that, then I'm comfortable. Then I can move forward and get as artsy smarty as I want to, travel the world and learn all the good shit, but I need to be able to defend myself and fight first. Once that's accomplished, I can pursue my esoteric wants and needs, right? I mean, that's how it is. Be functional and the rest of shit will come. It's all based on your want and need, right? So getting into it, we're going to talk about, like I just said, the unarmed combatives. It's everywhere. I'm going to use combatives a lot because that's just the way I came up. Everything was called combatives, and it's just something that pops out. Even though I'm not a big fan of the word, I use it a lot because it's ingrained in my brain. Can't help it. You have unarmed, you have impact weapons, you have edged weapons, and you have firearms. So we're going to start off, we just talked about unarmed, we're going to go to impact now. Impact weapon is anything you can use and strike with. I have a variety of different tools. I'm going to show you a couple real cool ones right here though that you can pick up anywhere. You're driving on I-35, whip into a truck stop, and you can find these. These are, 18-wheeler tire knockers. Okay, this one is a polycarbonate one. It's made out of, basically, I take it back, it's solid fiberglass. This one is solid wood. This one is, they're both very, very equal in weight. You know what I mean? So it's going to be kind of a personal preference. I like them both, and I just love anything like this. So, of course, I'm going to buy everything I see like this because that's just how I'm wired. But these are both very good implements. This one is a bull billy, and this one is a straight up tire knocker. All right, these are great impact weapons to use. This one not so readily available, but you can find these all over the place. You can find them online. A lot of times they call them a sap. I learned about this when I was a youngster. My parents owned a bar, and my father had one of these sitting in a drawer. And I played the heck out of it. I played with it, cracked myself, and hurt myself, and really liked it. And through my study of, different varieties of fighting, I found this to be very appropriate and fits right in my pocket. And this is as concealable as anything that I carry. And I can pull it out. What I really like now is this, it used to be, according to the law, I think they called it truncheons, right? I believe that's what it's called, but, always do your own research, make sure that that's what it is. But truncheon is basically an impact weapon. That's what it means. So these were illegal in a lot of places. Same as if I didn't have a use other than beating somebody on the head, having those tire knockers in my truck would be a problem. The old thing used to be you carry a T-ball bat. Well, a T-ball bat, you better be able to explain that. Buy a little baseball mitt, a little child's baseball mitt, slide it on a T-ball bat. Hey, I'm going to go work with some kids. I got a kid, I'm an assistant coach, blah, 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 whatever. There was ways you had to be kind of creative in order to carry that stuff around. Now, it's legal in Texas anyway. And same with edge weapons. It used to be you could carry a knife. It had to be under a certain length though. But then Texas opened that up wide open, and I could run around with the Bowie right now if I want to. And I love the Bowie. I'm from Texas. I love a Bowie knife. But let's be real, folks. I am not a fan of open carry. I will not carry a firearm open. I'm not going to carry a big Bowie knife around town on my belt. To me, it looks stupid, and it defeats the purpose of being a sleeper. I want to be a sleeper. I don't want anybody to know that I know some shit. I want you to walk up and be totally confused, think you've got the edge until I tell you not to, and if you're not smart enough to, you're going to be underwhelmed by me until I knock the shit out of you and get home safe. That's how it's going to be. So having a Bowie knife on defeats that purpose. Open carry defeats that purpose. I'm not going to walk around with an AR-15. To me, honestly, I think that's stupid. You look like a retard when you do that. If it makes you feel good, more power to you. But I'll probably straight up call you a retard if you talk to me. So having concealability is very important. So impact weapons, there you go. Tire knockers readily available right off I-35. You can get this online. Brass knuckles, you know, you can find all that kind of stuff. Again, it's at your own risk. Look at the laws in your state. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Do your research. Again, that comes down to awareness. You know, can I carry this? What'll happen to me if I get caught with this? Let's go back to Hawks. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Who are you? Why do you have this? You know, what? What do you plan on doing with it? There ain't much. This is built for one thing. I better have some explaining to do, Lucy, if the police pull me over. But it's legal in my state. They say, what do you have it for? Self-defense. I can carry it, right? Is there a problem with me carrying this, officer? Is this illegal? No, it's not. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave it in my glove box. All right? So be careful. Understand the laws in your state when it comes to carrying anything. All right? Next one we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about some edge weapons. This is one of my little favorites. It's a little SOG. It's a beautiful little implement. The reason I love this is something I can carry in my pocket. Very easily deployed. I just put my thumb across here. The blade pops out. This is out of my pocket. This is in my pocket. This is out of my pocket. I can have this thing unsheathed with my hand in my pocket. I pull out and I do what I have to do if I need to, or I pull it out and I cut a box, or I cut a piece of bread, or I cut a meatball sandwich at Thundercloud Subs. You know, it is what it is. It's a tool. What I need to use it for is going to be based on the situation. I hope I never have to put this in live flesh. Okay? I pray to the Lord I never have to do that, but if I do, I know how and it's available to me. I really just want to cut sandwiches. I want to cut boxes. I like cutting things, but anyway, I'm going to train and I hope I never have to use what I need. This is a great pocket carry item. Now again, as I said, I like to have a deployable weapon. So this is a great weapon, again, from Marko Novakovic. It was his design, and it was manufactured by another friend of mine in Wisconsin, Joe. I call him Joe Hawk. H-A-U-C-K. It could be pronounced Hawk. Could be pronounced Hawk. I like to call him Hawk because it sounds cool. Anyway, this is called the Witch Finger, and it's just a great little blade. Deploys very easily. Kind of hangs in a downward motion. Very easy to deploy, and as you can see, it is very purpose driven. This is a close quarter weapon, and it's incredible. So again, when you go to Ronin Combatives, you can find your way to this. Firearms, again, something very concealable. As you can see, I'm very safe and safety conscious, so no bullshit about that, okay? Thanks. This is a little Ruger LCP. Is this going to be good from 20 yards? No. Is this going to be good from 20 feet? If I practice, yes. And can I hit something at 20 feet with this? Oh yeah. Now, what do you want to carry inside of it? I choose decent ammunition, you know. But again, you're firing a projectile at X amount of feet per second. You know, this has the ability to penetrate. You're punching a piece of metal into somebody, whether I'm doing it with a ball round or I'm using a hollow point or a critical defense round. That's going to be personal preference and based on, again, who, what, where, when, how. Who am I? Not who am I. Yeah, who am I? What is my job? Where am I? Why do I need to do that? Blah, blah, blah. Go through those things in your mind before you start making decisions on things. So I'm a very big fan of this because, again, it's concealable. I live in Texas where it's pretty warm. Okay. Again, concealability is important to me, and if I'm wearing a pair of shorts, I don't want to drag down. If I got a 1911 hanging off of my hip and a pair of gym shorts or sweatpants, it defeats the purpose. Okay, I need something very light, something I can carry and conceal very well. This fits the bill for that. You find what you want to find. Choose the caliber you want. If you feel 380 doesn't work, more power to you. But I dare you to take a 380 round. All right, if you think it ain't gonna work, go ahead and fuck with somebody carrying a 380 and see how it works out for you. Okay, it's a baby 9, a little less powder, same size round. So today, with the ballistics and the available options for rounds and ammunition, you can't go wrong. This will end you. especially after 6 or 7 rounds go through you, because I'm not going to stop with one. All right. So again, there's your firearms. So I guess to put it in a nutshell, awareness, avoidance, and action. Again, be aware of what's going on around you in every arena that you can. Be aware of what's happening in your own neighborhoods. You know, everybody talks about politics. They worry about this knucklehead that's running the show right now. They worry about the man that was running it before. They worry about everything, but they don't even know who's in their school districts. They don't even know who. They don't know much about their mayor. When it comes to voting, all they do is they just go down the line. They vote either a party line, which is, in my opinion, stupid. Okay, I don't even care about parties. You know, you got an R or a D attached to the front of your name, I could care less. I'm going to research who you are, what you've done, and try and do the best I can to get the right person in place. I don't have any kids anymore, but I'm honestly thinking about running for school board or doing something like that, getting into a position in my local community where I can have a little bit of influence and see what's going on. Because just allowing rats to come in and take over the small level community things, that's how it fills up all the way to the top. If you don't like who's in there right now, it's your own fault. Because we allowed, as a population in the United States, through our complacency, through our laziness, through our, hey, it's all good, bro, to let these rats come in with the cargo and fill up the ship. And now we got a bag of shit that we're dealing with, and it's all our fault. You know, you can push it back a few decades because that's where it all began at. And if you want to really research it, see how far it really goes back, whew, you're going to be amazed. But anyway, get busy, get active. That's your awareness. Know what's going on around you. Be a part of it. Okay, avoidance. Avoid the rats like the plague. You know, first you got to be aware of them, then you avoid them, and you take action. You go do something. If I know that my local community is filled full of rats, I'm going to go take some action. I'm going to try and get them out of there. Okay? If I don't feel I'm a rat, I'm going to go ahead and talk to the people that I know. I don't feel I'm a rat. But anyways, what I'm saying is I'm going to get like-minded people and try and, you know, talk them into doing the same thing. Because when we get in the situation where we're at right now, where we're being told somebody's going to come knock on my door and ask me if I've jabbed myself with an untested, non-released medical substance. Wow. You better pay attention to the no soliciting sign on the door, sir. Because if you come up and tap on my door and say, have you done this and do you want it now? You're going to have a bad day. Stay away. Okay? Pay attention to what's going on, people. When you are being coerced and bribed to put a substance in your body that is being proven to not be a problem to most of the population, 99+% recovery. Okay? Few are truly infected. The majority of these infections, as we're finding out, do some research before you bash me, are lies. Okay? Why are you being coerced? Why are you having a lottery? You can do a lottery if you get this. Why do you get discounted concert tickets if you get this? Why do you get free hamburgers and french fries? And why do government officials advertise french fries and hamburgers to do that? How stupid can you be to think there's not something going on? My God. You know? Sorry, I took the Lord's name in vain, didn't mean it. I apologize. My goodness. How stupid can we be? Okay? Enough of the stupid. Let's move on. Let's get our stuff going. Let's bring this country back to where it needs to be. And it starts with you. If each one of us as an individual does our part, morally, legally, ethically, it's going to get better. You know? Hey, read the book. God wins. Have a great day.